Hey, what's up guys? It's Dom from Whole Printing Inc. In today's very exciting video, I'm sharing with you how to grow your very own printing company. My name is Dom. I've been in the printing industry for years. I've worked with many big corporations and I help you on your printing journey. Now, it's no lie that the printing journey itself is a tedious process. Before you even start your printing journey, understand that it will be a long and stressful journey. Now, some people navigate this differently. Some people are in the printing industry more as a hobby. They do a few projects here and there and they keep it at the minimum. This video is not for you. This is the video if you want to grow your printing company to new levels that you never thought were possible. Let me give you a bit of backstory of who I am, how I made it to the point that I am today, and all of the lessons I've learned and how you can take your printing company to the next level. When I started with screen printing and I bought my very own printing press. I started with a simple Amazon printing press and started doing screen printing. I started with water-based screen printing and I quickly learned that it was a bit trickier than what I saw online. I built myself a makeshift exposure unit, basically coating my screens with emulsion in a dark room, which was basically my room with a section that was closed off, that was completely dark. I used to coat my screens with emulsion, leave them to dry, and once they were completely dry, with a makeshift $20 Amazon light, I was able to burn my screens. It would take around 5 minutes, and then I would wash them out with a hose and pull through the emulsion to expose the branded screen. Once the screen was completely cured and I had my image ready in the stencil, I would load it into the screen printing press, load on a t-shirt or a hoodie, and get to printing. I quickly realized that, especially for white colors, especially with water-based, it was inconsistent. I was having a bunch of issues, and even though it was pretty quick to get shirts done, I was overthinking placement. I wasn't doing 2 passes, so you guys can guess that the quality wasn't the most amazing thing. From screen printing, I transitioned into HTV vinyl. I still have the HTV vinyl cutter to this day. This is one of my oldest piece of equipment that I still use on a regular basis. Let's say I had an image that had white and red in it. I would put my white on first, press it with the heat press, and then I would apply my red vinyl. I did this for a few months and then I eventually got to the point where I was transitioning between screen printing and HTV vinyl, giving different things to my clients. I quickly realized if I wanted to grow the business and achieve new levels, I would need to outsource, because I couldn't layer HTV vinyl for, let's say, 5 to 6 colors, especially if I had like 20 or 40 pieces to do, right? So what I realized quickly is I started to outsource with Printful. Then this is where the horror story begins. Once I outsourced with Printful, it was a new client, and unfortunately within the margins I had set, when I got the packages I had to pay duties and taxes, which I actually ended up paying out of my own pocket. So that was no bueno. That's when I decided enough is enough. I don't want to be in a position where I need to outsource stuff like this and be hit with unexpected fees. And also, this is a very important point in the story because that's what got me turned off to outsourcing, which I'll tie in my point later on in this video. So I said, you know what? Let's pull the trigger and let's buy a DTF printer. I was searching up ways to print full color transfers and I didn't want to really dive deeper into screen printing, so DTF looked like the no-brainer. Bought my DTF printer, and you guys that have been following my channel are a bit familiar with the journey. I actually spent a lot of time and money at the beginning because I didn't really know what I was doing. The videos online were very limited and I basically ran through 2 print heads in my first 2 weeks or a month, and I was ready to call it quits. I was ready to take this machine and ship it back to China. I stick through, and my prints at the beginning, I have some flashbacks on my phone, and they're disgusting. I mean, the white is completely gray, and it's not the best, let's say. But I kept going and growing as I went through, and I'd say that this is around 1 year after I started printing in general. I got my first ever DTF printer. Fast forward a bunch of years after, let's say 2-3 years, I was with 3 desktop printers, pro-colored L1800s, and I was printing pretty regularly. I grew to get more and more clients, and recently, this past year, we've transitioned with the commercial printer. So this is a bit of backstory of how I grew it and what my story was. I could talk about it for hours, but this is the short version. Now this is where the video gets interesting. After being years in the printing industry and going from basically, I'd say nothing, to having a commercial printer, going through the DTF small format printers, working with big corporations, local individuals. I want to share all of my knowledge into a condensed video, but this story was important so you guys can relate. Wherever you are currently, these steps are going to be very easy and simple to break down so you can achieve the next levels for you. So, you guys remember the story I just shared. Let's rewind when I started screen printing. The number one thing I've done, and I still continue to do after years and years in this industry, is that I post every single client. Obviously, if it's a new client, I ask permission if they like being shared on social media, and if they give me the A-OK, I post a photo of their finished product. That can be a simple photo like on the screen printing press, on the heat press. If it's a bigger order, I put it in the white screen downstairs. I always post on Facebook. I've been posting on Facebook for years and years. Every single day now, especially since we have more and more contracts, there's something getting posted. I'd say the number one tip you can hold from this video is post everything. It doesn't have to be on Facebook, but ideally Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. These videos give me marketing. There's a lot of ways you can actually go and market your business. We do it mostly on Facebook when it comes to getting more contracts, and we do it on YouTube for helping you in your DTF printing journey, but we have so many other different mediums that we'll start exploring more in 2025. Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. There's so many different ways you can share your business, but the most important thing is you need to stay disciplined. Post something every single day. I don't care if it's only on Facebook or if it's on 5 different platforms, but you need to post every single day. If you don't have any orders, post insightful tips and tricks. Post your setup, post your new equipment, post your new, whatever the case may be. Stay in the loop, stay in the mind of the people that are following you. But if you post every single day, and especially if you tag the companies you start working with, it's gonna create a never-ending rotation that people are gonna see your Facebook page, contact you. If you have a printing business and you're not on social media, you're hurting yourself more than you can ever imagine, especially as the years keep moving forward. So Facebook, this would be, well, social media in general, this will be my number one tip on how to grow your company. And the number one thing about social media is to be consistent, disciplined, and post every single day. And also, an extra point on this is going to be to elevate your content and bring new ideas to the table. You don't want to be stagnant and always be posting the same things. The second thing that is going to help you immensely to grow your business is having help. Whether that be your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, your brother, whoever it is, you need help. When I was alone, I was limited to how many hours a day I could work. Having somebody like my girlfriend that's helping me now for almost 1 full year every single day has elevated my printing company to a whole new level. Not only are we able to get quotes faster, but I'm able to produce quicker. I'm able to make time for these videos. I'm able to go at social events, social networking, to meet new people, post more and more on Facebook, giving me new opportunities to get introduced to new people. I'd say that the second most important thing is to get help. If you don't have anybody in your family or your love life or whatever the case may be in your local area that can help you, you'll need to hire somebody to help you. And if you're in a position where you don't want to hire anybody and you don't want to work with anybody from your family or circle of friends, you're going to have to outsource. The number 3 thing that is going to help you elevate your company and grow it super quickly is outsourcing. You guys remember that story I was telling you about when I ordered through Printful for a client, and unfortunately when I got the order, I had a bunch of duties and taxes leading me to paying out of my own pocket. Obviously that traumatized me a bit moving forward when it came to outsourcing, so I was hesitant to partner with local companies and bigger corporations for my client's need. But when I started to see that a client would tell me, hey, do you guys do this? When I said no, I was basically closing off a door. Even though I said no, but hey, we do this and this, they won't think of me when they need to order something in the future. Let's say, for example, they want a custom soccer ball. I don't have a supplier for custom soccer balls. What I'll do is I'll go search online. I'll either outsource the job directly, and explain to them, hey, you can order through this supplier, I've worked with them before, or hey, I've never worked with them, but this is the resources I found. Or I can go a step above that and tell them, hey, this is how much it's gonna cost, and I'll take care of the outsourcing for them, right? That's gonna lead to a positive reputation that, hey, anytime I text Dom, in this example, he makes it right. He gets my supplies. It can be anything printed related, he'll make it happen. And that's the relationship you want, especially with those bigger clients, these bigger individuals, because once they contact you for something and they have an amazing quality service, it's going to be easy for them to say, hey, it was hassle-free, let's contact him again, even though the price was, let's say, 25 cents more per item in this example. You want to make sure that you outsource with good suppliers. Make sure you understand the businesses before you start outsourcing with them. Make sure you do quality control once you receive the product, and explain to your client that this is not your main niche. Let's say you do t-shirts. Explain to them, hey, I do t-shirts regularly, but I do offer a wide range of services. I can most definitely make your visions become a reality. However, I'll be completely honest, we do t-shirts. We're a bit more limited when it comes to these supplies, but I'll make it happen. I'm just not too sure on deadline, but once we have updates, when I'll receive the materials, we can get to printing and I'll keep you updated. As long as you're transparent with them and you explain to them that, hey, it's not your main bread and butter, but you can make it happen, they'll be more than happy to assist you and support you in your journey. So social media, so you can get more and more clients. This is number one. Number two is going to be help, so you can actually physically provide the orders that keep piling and piling up. And number three, guys, I'm just looking at my notes. Number three is going to be outsourcing. If you can't get help, or the help that you have is not enough for the demand you're starting to have, you're going to need to start outsourcing with more and more suppliers. As you build your team and you build your outsourcing team, you'll be able to understand better your client's need and have a better idea of what to offer. Now, another side thing is that the number one way you can grow your business is obviously posting more on social media, but what good is social media if people don't know about you and know about your services? The best thing you can do is provide free samples. I've made a bunch of videos about this in the past, how to get new clients. Make sure you guys take a look at that video if you haven't already. But creating free samples is an easy way for you to grow your business. That would be the number one thing I'd say that has helped me in my printing journey. I've worked with many big corporations, and every single time I've worked with them, it was either a relationship I already had with somebody working there internally, or somebody I knew that somebody they knew was working there internally, because you guys need to realize that in business, it's all about relationship. It's not about the product or service necessarily. It's all about the relationship you're building with these people. Companies are run by people, so you need to have good relationships so you can grow your business further. If you don't know anybody in that business, you can go and provide free samples. So I'd say the biggest thing is posting on social media to grow your business, going to local networking events, introducing yourself, and providing free samples for companies you'd love to work with, and ask around in your friends and family and extended group, hey, do you guys know who works there? Is there anybody that works at this place? Can you introduce me? Provide them with a free sample. It's easier for a company to work with you if you provide them a free sample, and it's even easier for a company to work with you if you provide them a free sample and they have somebody that's been working there for years and years. They can introduce you, hey, I know Dominic from Whole Printing. He's done really good work. He's local. This is a sample he's made for us. Let me know what you think, and I can get back to him with a response. The decision maker will then say, hey, I'd love to support local. We have a small project coming up. We can test them out with this project. There you go. You just secured a contract that could potentially change your life. The more times you do this, the bigger and bigger your printing business is going to be. You just need to understand that nothing in this life comes for free. You're going to have to provide free value for them so they can even give you a moment of their time and consider you. And the harsh reality is you can do this 100 times and have zero result, but at the 101 time, it's going to completely change your life. So I'd say free samples would be the best thing you can do. Social events where you can network, meet new people, so then they can refer back to your Facebook page and see all of the projects you've been working on. Post every single day. Go to social events. Provide free samples to companies. Once you start having these companies order from you for small projects, make sure you over deliver on quality, deadline, make sure everything is super perfect. Hire or work with people that can help you, and outsource from trusted and quality suppliers whatever you can't physically do. This video could be 5 hours long, but I hope I outlined very quickly how you can grow your printing company to the next level. If you guys found this video somewhat helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Whole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.